Is this my song?
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Oh, we're choosing. We're choosing.
Here's my answer.
I hate it had to be you. What's the vibe, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jade and welcome to Pretty in Jade Gaming. What's up, y'all? It is April 14th. It's been a minute since I seen y'all. It's been a minute since y'all seen me. What's new? What's tea? Tell me about it in the comments. I'm so glad that you guys are here. We are back with another episode of Danganronpa. We are on part 9, and where we left off last time was the beginning of the class trial, our second class trial. I cannot believe that this happened again. Like, spoiler alert, whoever took out our girl like that, you're out of here, and we're about to find out who it is. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste no time. I'm not gonna talk y'all's ear off. I want to play a game. Let's play a game. So let's get into the game. Let's just do it. Let's just figure out what happened.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Oh, okay.
If you
Yes.
can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Which we ain't.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. All right, let's get into it. Locker room dumbbell. Ooh, she got knocked upside the head.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
I agree.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could
The
it
dumbbell.
have
You think you have some proof that contradicts what I said? Okay, let me listen to everything first.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Was it fatal though?
It appears it was a head wound.
been? According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument?
Because they be
could it have
super creative.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Nope.
been? Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Was I not fast enough? Run it back. Don't piss me off.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Oh, how do I speed? How do I?
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument?
I
There we
bet
go.
it was an
Right there,
iron
right there, right there.
pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a
Come on.
powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
It's that one.
Chihiro's fatal
Come on.
injury.
Right on
It
time.
appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument
Now.
could it have been?
Right now.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Are you kidding me? The contradiction is the iron pipe.
Fatal injury.
It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Does it have to be
I bet
yellow?
it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong.
You're gonna piss me off, game. You're gonna piss me off. Y'all saw how many times I did
The
that.
object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime. It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
We had to.
That's so creepy.
Kyoko's like,
If
okay.
you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Who is it?
For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Kuya, stay on it. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to Yep. Just give me all the tips. Give me all the tips. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to all these combos to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have the silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. You can forget about it. Good luck and have fun. I actually don't even know what my stuff is set to. It probably is gentle. All right, come on.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
What do I do?
That's impossible.
That's right.
Why?
Am I supposed to hit these?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong.
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did differently. I don't think I did anything differently.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
So you can read
The
it?
why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
I remember.
The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
And they're strung up.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Hifumi, now it's not the time.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
It's not the
What's more
time.
important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
They be strung up. The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, it has something to do with the positioning.
I got
You
it!
just told me.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only
Chihiro.
high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No
And
fucking
Genocide
way.
Jack is one of us.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Oh, it's only been 8 minutes.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
What?
You know, the way she was shaking in the last episode, it makes sense.
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
You shaking, girl.
Boy, you're shaking like a stripper. Tighten up.
Wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
She got a personality
Another
disorder.
riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Music is bumping. It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not to be Toko, is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Oh gosh. S. Do I have to do this in... Y'all calling her schizo?
Damn! Now I understand.
Toko.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
You gonna take this, Toko?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
Is this my song?
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it?
DID.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
It's not... I mean...
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
You can't put nothing past nobody these days. One thing that shows Toko could have a split personality... She fainted, her behavior changed. Duh. Well, she did faint,
You're talking
but...
about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
The girl was a whole new woman. I'm fine. Yeah! Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Yeah! She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
She about to snap.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Kuya on it.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
This the part. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
She didn't want Genocide Jack to get out.
It was to keep her other personality from getting out. Toko was afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her.
Oh, I skipped Kuya. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her.
Kuya knows everything.
What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
She snitched on herself.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You can't put nothing past nobody.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
And told everybody.
What?
Ooh, this is messy.
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
This is messy.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
I didn't ask you to.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
You broke it. Dang, Toko. This was the fastest trial. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
kept my promise. You would go out with me.
Lie.
That's the only reason I promised.
And the lie detector determined.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You
Look at
just
Celeste.
couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were
Dang,
useless.
Toko, bye.
What a disappointment.
I hate you.
She loved that man.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Oh, we bringing Genocide Jack out. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second,
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
eyes looking like freaking sunny side up eggs is crazy.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
That ain't Toko.
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
Who be saying that, Jill? I ain't never heard of that
This
one.
one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know.
A front and a back.
Just
A
like
front and a bottom.
every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
I got that saying wrong. A top and a bottom.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun.
Hifumi's like, this is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
And it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? The police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Everybody should.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what
What's the
Monokuma
motive?
told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours,
Oh, yeah.
an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
She would have been locked up.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
She said, that ain't my work.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. This is Jersey Shore music. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What
I don't
more
know.
proof
I don't
do
know.
we need? Give it up. You killed
So it has to be what Kuya said. Okay, I just have to focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. That should prove what he said isn't quite right.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but
Perhaps if you had an
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches.
Thank you.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Human garbage is crazy.
I murder with passion and conviction.
And scissors.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
She's saying that's pathetic work.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. The scissors. The scissors. The style of the bloody message, the victim's fatal injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Yep.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Dang, so who did it?
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That is?
Right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Chihiro. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the victims were stabbed through their hands. What was used?
I got it!
That extension cord.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrist.
They tried to frame her.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
You know how crazy you gotta be to have your own special design scissors?
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
Where are you going for this?
And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Makoto.
Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were.
They're all
in each
men.
Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, they were all
Figure
men.
that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is, I think I figured it out because Chihiro was a girl.
Is it
We
because
cracking the
Chihiro
case.
was a girl?
Ding
Chihiro. It's not hard.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Can Tetsuhiro, Shoji, Takeshi, there was no end to it.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction!
And she's excited.
Oh, adorable little man!
She's excited to talk about this.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
Look for me.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Are you intrigued?
I can't help it! I'm just a
Look at him.
full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of me just hates it! But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Doesn't fit the vibes.
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
I like her.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly cur!
What is that?
Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
She is clearing herself out like that.
Does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
Do you have some on you right now?
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors?
She has special scissors.
Don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world.
I would be offended too, girl. I would be offended too.
Hey, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Where did you get? You smuggled these?
She's fully equipped. That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
All the dudes in there better watch out.
Go ahead, tie me
Kuya?
along. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea.
Don't get
what's
mad,
going on
Taka.
anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Oh. Who could have copied? Kuya? What are they asking?
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
My song coming on.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Kuya.
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Let's talk about it.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Even she loved him.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, The way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms, they're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
But why would he snitch on himself?
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Kuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element, sure. Y'all are just adding things all over the place. Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't have the answers to a lie or a contradiction, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot. I don't know. Let's just figure this out. I hope I'm on gentle. Monokuma file 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
What is file number 2?
He was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro.
It was shaking, I didn't know.
Who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
I don't know. Hearing Kuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realized there's a clear contradiction there, because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we found out. Okay, let's hear it again.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker...
That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
No. Oh, we gotta hear this again. Come on. Big Mac.
So, you said but he was acting...
Big Mac.
Presented with the opportunity...
That's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a... So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
That was the only thing that was yellow.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
Okay.
how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
Try that.
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong.
What?
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Thank you, Big Mac.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak. Huh? What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead, show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is, I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders, the evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Oh gosh, do I have to do the memorization again? Library desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the bodies.
Oh gosh. Okay, that's not it. Let's hear everybody first.
The difference? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
You use it to read.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What?
Call him out, Big Mac.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Kuya.
There's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
It ain't looking
Must
good.
be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack.
He ain't do it. He playing right now.
Is that about right?
He playing. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what
He didn't do it.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still.
He ain't do it, Hero.
There's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
He's like, go ahead, because if y'all choose me, y'all are out of here.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body definitely was found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said was the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. Well, we're talking about the locker room, so...
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
The pictures were switched.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
That's crazy.
The rest of the murder scene?
Kuya.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
You don't know what's going on?
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did you just... Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who had just been so confident up until now, maybe Kuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on.
Big Mac is smart.
What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place elsewhere. The dumbbell, maybe? The picture.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof?
But why were they
some
switched?
Posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're
Sakura?
referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Oh, the stain?
Protein
Wasn't it like a stain?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it!
You had me do all
The stain
that?
on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
All that
The murder
effort.
scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
I'm trying to connect the dots, y'all.
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Okay, I'm ready. Broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Yes.
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Nope, she had this one.
She was
It's
the
late.
ultimate after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Was it Leon's handbook? Okay, we're gonna try.
Possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys?
She must have hacked her e-handbook.
She didn't hack it. Okay, well then it's the last one.
Is it really? Could Chihiro really?
She didn't hack it though.
She was the ultimate sure that would have been.
No, I don't. She used to think I was in the main hall.
Huh? What then?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, what's wrong?
Come on, Big Mac.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well,
Because of the
then, yeah, I
baseballs.
guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail
Yup.
square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
What is the argument here?
Then, I vote for Byakuya.
What are we talking about? Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya's the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Come on, girl. I've been waiting on you to say something. I've been waiting on her,
I
girl.
agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
It's been all cool 50 minutes and she has not said a word.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
We can leave the room?
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
He's like, huh?
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then,
Where is this
what
going?
it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Let's go. See, she was cooking back there. She was cooking up something. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... Oh gosh, ain't nobody cleaned the body?
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully?
He felt we should have stayed back.
Using our hands?
He felt we should have stayed back.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Respect.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
They scared.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So
I would be
just
too.
leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Genocide Jill should be doing it.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Aww. Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
What did you find? Look at Sakura's everything. Her hair, she bulged out of her shirt.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he.
Ooh.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What made Kyoko want to... We've been calling Chihiro a girl this whole time.
I wouldn't joke about this.
I mean, if that's what she wanted to go with, then that's what she wanted to go with.
Then... It's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know?
Aww.
Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
You should have stayed back too.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
So Chihiro could got into the boys' locker room like nothing.
Ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
That's why she wanted to work out alone, because she didn't want nobody to know. That was probably her secret.
For keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy? The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
I love Chihiro.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male,
yeah,
then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
So why was she
and
moved?
The killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
So how did the coffee stain get on the carpet?
Well, I must admit,
I don't know. This is blowing me.
Odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
Don't vote him.
This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Nope.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it?
Overt, yes.
Overt.
It really was.
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least,
He's
That's
like, oh
how I
yeah,
see
so I did this and this and this. I definitely did. Vote me out.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
Unless he was a good actor.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Who did my girl?
Mark it as correct?
Who did my girl?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Go right ahead.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Who done it?
I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was...
Hero, do you want to be executed?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Exactly.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Taka.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer's a guy. Ooh, so we're eliminating all the girls. So since the crime scene was a boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it would have had to be a guy. Who is it? Hero, was it you? Because you were so quick to blame Kuya.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Celeste account. Okay, yeah.
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
I'm eyeing y'all on the sides.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
What? I can't throw that in there? That's new info? It has to be a contradiction?
Isn't there a single clue that might...
Oh, a single clue.
Sure if someone saw the... Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah. All we need right...
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Okay, there we go.
No, that's wrong.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows.
Share with the class. Share with the
The
class.
rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him
Chihiro.
stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
Who was it?
Ina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Who was it?
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Kyoka figured it out already.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are we getting close to the
Are
end?
you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
I can't see the bag.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to
Who
say,
had a duffel bag?
but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well,
The
if I
jacket was
remember
blue.
right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
What y'all think? Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. How y'all gonna figure this out?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
I think I need
He was on his way
to...
to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
How do you know?
What you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who
Why
the
did
culprit
he
is?
just say what? Why did they say what colors their tracksuits were?
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Yes. Speed past that right now.
He was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was...
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
The hell are you talking about? Yeah. I just want to know, why did he say that so randomly?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go, so next we have to ask, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is
It's definitely
black.
got to be this one.
I don't even have because exercising.
I have a white I got it from the way.
Did any of that really help us get?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right?
How did he know something like that? Oh,
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
He was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
It's wrong. Okay, first of all, we're gonna put Celeste's account to blue tracksuit.
We know he was on his way, so next bit, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one.
So, what you're saying, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
No, it's wrong.
Because how did you know what color it was?
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assumed, he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue track? What are you?
You were caught.
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
Blue.
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Mondo.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
And she didn't even mention a color.
And Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm
sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it.
Mondo.
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
When does she switch back?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Wow, Mondo. I was not expecting that.
Here, you've dug your own grave.
You did, just like that.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with?
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right.
Look at him, shook.
Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Why don't she say anything?
Why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because of the way he talked, how he was acting, because I hate him, how he was acting, maybe?
There
No?
was a certain turning point that tipped me up. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
What?
You noticed such a tiny detail?
I didn't even notice
You're a
that.
witch! She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Why didn't she say anything this whole time?
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Did you?
I didn't kill anyone!
Of course.
You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's
I
true.
know, Taka,
My
I know.
reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi,
Ghost
weren't you
friend.
telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
Spit it out.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to Chihiro.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
What's on it?
That's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not.
So what happened?
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. By hacking it. Oh. No. Maybe they were able to physically hack into it and destroy it that way. Oh yeah, he did. Yikes. Okay.
Shoot.
Give me another chance. By hitting its weak point?
I got it!
What's his weak point?
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that?
I
Sure,
don't.
Maybe I let that slip, but
I
I never told
don't.
anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Monokuma, spit it out,
Then
bro.
allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
So...
I flippin' knew it!
when Mondo was in the, when he was in the sauna?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Ooh.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200
And he knew
degrees.
that.
Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because
Oh
as
my
your
gosh.
sweat evaporates,
Mondo did it.
creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
We haven't heard that song all game.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
You're about to lose your friend.
Trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
And he knew
meaning
that.
the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness?
They've been
and it
setting
broke?
this up
They'd realize it was
From the
broken, of
get-go.
course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
He finna cry. Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to have been one who wore... It had to have been the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. Oh, we're choosing. We're choosing. Mondo, I hate it had to be you.
Here's my answer.
I hate it had to be you.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
And then they're gonna play my jam.
What?
We are not celebrating.
Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No.
We caught you, bro.
Hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Another truth bullet.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Works just fine.
Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
The card reader. I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke during their sauna showdown. If I could prove that, then it will show that the handbook that Mondo has must be...
Let's test
Come
what
on.
he said you
Just
broke
hit
your
it.
own. In other words, if Mondo, then that proves that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just... No, that's wrong.
Why did that take too many times?
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean
He ain't gonna need it no
the
more.
handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
It wasn't loaned.
Here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
And the music goes quiet.
I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong!
Taka, let it go.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear. and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
All right, come on, let's do this. Final argument. Okay. Chihiro gets the duffel bag, the tracksuit. Celeste catches her. She's like, oh, I'm gonna go work out. We're gonna put this here. That's the next page? Okay. Bye. She puts the jacket up. Locker room.
10 minutes later.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
We got that right.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Come on,
with
tell
bag
me
in
what's
hand,
up.
Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, ask her?
No. You ain't gonna give me another chance. That's crazy.
Later.
Okay.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Come on.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Come on, come on.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Ooh.
Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro.
All Chihiro wanted to do was get stronger. Aww.
And attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
That is messed up.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to...
That's what happened. I don't know why I'm just now catching on.
Even more complicated.
That's sick,
So,
Kuya.
after stumbling on the crime scene, He went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
And no one... Is this not the last one?
Later still.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
The killer is you!
Cause I don't have the time.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin
you,
the electronic
Mondo.
gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Complete.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence?
Taka, I'm sorry.
You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Taka is going harder for Mondo than he is for his own self. Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element. Okay. It's always a new element. Fever time and Nega? We're gonna... Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's fail and then we're gonna redo it. Because I don't know what was said.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
See y'all.
I refuse to vote.
I didn't mean to fail for real. I thought I was doing it.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you.
It's too fast.
False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
Oh, I gotta...
I refute you. False.
What am I doing, y'all?
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you.
I don't know what I was doing.
This should prove it.
And I almost failed again.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
He's accepting it.
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Dang. Mondo, I hate it had to be you. 66 coins though. Okay, I'm finna go shopping.
What are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
I'm sad now.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank.
We gotta vote again?
As the blackened this time around. Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
We already voted.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Okay, we don't. Rest in peace, Mondo. I don't like this.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you've got it right. Oh, turn it off auto. Yes, it is so. The blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. He ain't got nothing to say. He's accepted it. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Well, why are you apologizing? Why? Why? He is hurt. His heart broken. Why did you do it? Why? I wish I knew why. Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
the story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the... Okay, we want to hear it. We want to hear it. Anyway, there once was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now, nobody will be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex did not disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak. Weak. Is it really that big of a deal, though? I mean, once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. True. Crazy. And then, the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. And if that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack and the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I really don't want to talk about it right now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I could talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yup, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So, Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it would help give me some courage. So he went to ask Mondo. Chihiro didn't say this. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support that he would ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? He did what? What? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep it secret?
Because...
If everyone knew that he had been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then, Mondo did all of that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So, why did you... He has nothing to say. Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. There's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anybody to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. That's crazy. How? To become the leader? Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join the gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Va. Oh. Never mind. Mondo's older brother was named Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of a starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride, now he's a poser. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya, so he felt similar to Chihiro. In a way. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... well, his brother saved him. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I f***ed up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his big brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then, the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. And at that point, it was clear that I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. no matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. The other gang members. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it would have been for nothing. So that's why. Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before.
I just
didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to say or think, but after a while, the fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. This is long. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Cause, I mean, you kept that a secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself up in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. Mondo got jealous because Chihiro lived in her truth. Mondo got jealous because Chihiro could admit something that he couldn't. Ooh, that is tough. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I had been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
Jealousy. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try to overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you f***ing with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength. Chihiro's about to start crying. That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. That really got you going. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was staring at him, down on the ground.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up. Go ahead and say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay. I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because a time for punishing is approaching fast. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
And that's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. I'm not happy. Not happy about this. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Taka, say goodbye to your friend.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Man, I'm not happy about this. The fact that they just be letting this bear tie, like, what is he tied up? Just be letting them tie him up and stuff. Hula hooping. Close your eyes. So he just exploded? Mondo Butter is insane. Laugh at death and your soul will be forever at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. I feel you, Taka. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Kuya.
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that? He's gonna say that wasn't my friend.
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I stumbled to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room, so you knew? After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a helping hand. I thought it might liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So, after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point, of course. Kuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform such an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes. We're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You.
You'd like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? 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 Mean?
What the heck?
Mean? Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor. And then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how exciting.
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. Hoo. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Just let me say this. After I have achieved a complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, that's so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtains closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo, rest in peace. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that I felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Good.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Who is this bald head Mr. Clean?
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Question mark. There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything,
but anything but that.
Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Please. Thank the Lord. 2 hours and 28 minutes I've been recording. 10 students remain. We are done with chapter 2. All these episodes and we're only at chapter 2. Crazy Diamond. Mondo's jacket. Alright, you guys, there you have it. Danganronpa Part 9. We just wrapped up chapter 2. I am going to bed sad because for one, I really liked Chihiro, and for two, I really liked Mondo. So to have the two of them gone, yeah, it's gonna take me a couple of days, a couple of weeks to get over that. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Let me know who y'all's favorite characters are so far in the game. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.
Just say what you want, I can get you anything you need.